With our 9-month DJI Mavic Pro review, what DJI did not tell you, we managed to kick off some pretty intense discussion from the community. Thank you for your contribution. I've decided to do a follow-up video based on some of your comments.
I'll answer the question.
Contributors will be named in the description. On top of this, I got my Mavic Pro back from DJI with a fixed gimbal. I've not opened the package yet, so stay with me to the end of this video where I unbox my repaired Mavic Pro and test if it actually works. Welcome to Drones and Electric Unicycles, where we make weekly tutorials, provide tips and reviews to help you get the best out of your equipment. Consider subscribing so you don't miss out on the latest from us. The following should probably have been added to our 9-month DJI Mavic Pro review. But before we look into updates on the issues, I want to make a disclaimer. The issues that I brought to your attention are purely based on my own experience and discussion with other users on Facebook, Twitter and YouTube. I've no way of telling how many users are affected by similar issues globally. Many has mistakenly taken my last review as a rant towards DJI. It was not. I still love my Mavic because this is the best option available on the market.
Who's gonna do it? You? You, Lieutenant Weinberg?
The idea of the review was to highlight some of the issues that unexperienced pilots might run into when they first enter the hobby.
I have a greater responsibility than you can possibly fathom.
A user pointed out that noise reduction issues when using digital sharpness at -1 seems to have been fixed in the new firmware update. As with many software-related issues, this can be fixed by the manufacturer if prioritized. I have included a link to the video from the channel Costanza, where Dylan looked into the image quality improvements you can get by using the new firmware. I want to emphasize the use of ND filters. They are mostly needed for close-up motions to slow down the shutter speed. Slow shutter speed is used to generate the cinematic look and feel that you know from television. It does not improve the footage by itself. I can recommend watching a video about this from the channel Drone Film Guide. Link is included in the description. One user reported difficulties focusing at night. Using the Mavic Pro camera for video in low light is not optimal. The sensor with a f.22 lens is not very sensitive to light. I did manage to capture some pretty nice images by slowing down the shutter speed, but for video your only option is to go for a higher ISO. Just be aware that ISO over 400 produces grainy images. One comment said, "I never updated and flying fine. Knock on wood." This advice could have helped a few pilots, but it's a shame that it has to be like that. We should always be able to upgrade to the latest firmware and don't worry about issues with our $1,000 investment. DJI needs to handle their QA testing very seriously. It was mentioned that I forgot one of the most reported issues. The drunken horizon, where the horizon tilts sideways in flight. This guy returned 2 brand new Mavic Pros because of this. The term drunken horizon was first brought up by my YouTube buddy Sean Oz and seemed to have caught on as a common description for the problem. The description is not 100% accurate. It's more like the person will feel drunk when he looks at the tilted horizon. I will leave a link in the description to Sean's playlist of videos showing the problem. I'm not aware of any solution for the drunken horizon other than a replacement through DJI. According to one subscriber, the issue with the GPS signal lost and Mavic switching into ADI mode is supposed to be fixed by a previous firmware update. This remains to be tested. I did mention that the unexpected switch to ADI mode is dangerous because the Mavic is drifting in the direction that it's heading. There was a comment mentioning a good drone pilot should not rely on GPS assistance. This might be true, but for many new Mavic pilots this is the first time they experience ADI mode because you can't select altitude hold as a flight mode. It makes me happy if this has been resolved. Multiple subscribers have reported combining flying times longer than 1 hour with a fully charged remote. This seems highly depending on the device used and the initial charge. Let me ask you, what device are you using with your Mavic Pro and what combined flight times are you getting? Share your experience below. The best advice is often found in the Drones and Electric Unicycles community. One subscriber asked if I can describe a way around to prevent the remote from charging the phone on Android. I haven't tried it because this requires your Android device to be rooted to disable charging. Watch this video that shows how to modify the micro USB cable by cutting the power wires. Now it's time to look at the status for my gimbal repair. While unboxing my repaired Mavic, I will reply to the funny comments about me leaving the gimbal clamp in place, causing the overload warning. This was of course not the case. This is a brand new unit, and it even has the cover. Nothing smells like new electronics. I want to praise DJI for the swift reaction in helping me getting my Mavic fixed. From shipping out my old unit until I got a new one was around 8 days. And I'm even more happy that DJI decided to provide me with a brand new unit. As the unit is brand new, there's not a reason to test it in this video. With my gimbal replaced, I want to point out that the 3-axis stabilized gimbal does a great job stabilizing the footage right out of the box. But if you want to record smooth footage, certain parameters needs to be adjusted. I've included a link in the description below with my recommendation for the gimbal tilt motion, but this is of course a personal preference. Thanks to all that has contributed to the discussion kicked off by the 9-month DJI Mavic Pro review. If you like this video, press the like button below and don't hold back on the comments in the section below. Have a nice day and see you on the next one.
I would rather you just said thank you.